In a world with a rapidly growing population, the demand for food has never been greater. And to meet this challenge, farmers need giant agricultural machines that are both powerful and modern. These machines not only save time, but also bring outstanding efficiency, allowing farmers to manage vast fields that previously required hundreds of workers to manage. Let's go on a journey to discover 15 of the largest agricultural machines ever built, symbols of power, technology, and the desire to conquer nature. Challenger MT 875E. Giant of the field before dawn, the vast fields were still shrouded in thick fog. But a familiar sound tore through the silence. It was the roar of the Challenger MT 875E, a tractor dubbed one of the most powerful machines ever produced by modern agriculture. Its presence resembled a giant steel beast, ready to pounce on the land. Built by AGCO, the Challenger MT 875E is more than just a tractor. It's a symbol of technological advancement. Inside that hulking, what sets the Challenger MT 875E apart is not just its power, but its outstanding adaptability. The track system can vary in size from 2.3 to 3.2 meters, allowing it to move flexibly over a variety of terrain. The modern 16-speed gearbox allows for smooth acceleration and deceleration, while electronic support technologies, such as telematics, automatic diagnostics, yield monitoring, and grain storage make the job easier than ever. Farmers no longer have to struggle with every detail. They just sit in the comfortable cockpit where everything is controlled with a few gentle movements. The strength of the Challenger MT 875E is also demonstrated in its load capacity. With a maximum load of up to 25 tons, it is like a war machine but born to feed people. High-yield farms, which need to plow thousands of hectares of land in a season, have considered it a loyal companion. It is the durability, strength, and reliability that make the Challenger MT 875E the first choice. A symbol of agricultural efficiency on an industrial scale. On the golden fields during harvest season, people can easily see the silhouette of this steel giant. Each of its paths not only leaves new traces of land, but also marks an era where technology blends with diligence to create unprecedented power. Challenger MT 875E is not just a tractor. It is a testament to the human dream of conquering nature and nurturing this increasingly crowded world. 2. Case IH 9240, the giant harvester. In the middle of the harvest season, when the wheat fields stretch like an endless golden sea, the appearance of the Case IH 9240 combine harvester is like a giant ship cutting through the ocean waves. With its distinctive bright red color, this combine harvester is not only a working tool, but also a symbol of the power of modern agriculture. The Case IH 9240 is designed to tackle one of the heaviest and most time-consuming tasks in the field: harvesting grain. At nearly 8 meters long, 4 meters high, and weighing more than 20 tons, it makes anyone who sees it for the first time look up in awe. But the most impressive part is the performance figures. Its hopper has a capacity of 410 bushels, and even when it's almost full, the system can still discharge at a rate of 4.5 bushels per second. This means that a large field can be harvested quickly without too many stops. At the heart of the machine is the 625 horsepower Case IH FPT engine, providing immense power to maintain speed and accuracy throughout the harvest. But the 9240's most valuable asset is not just its power, but its refinement. The grain handling system is designed to be gentle, minimizing loss and minimizing breakage. The result is that farmers not only get more grain, but also have superior grain quality. Another special thing about the Case IH 9240 is its adaptability. It can accommodate a cutting head up to 14 meters wide at the front, enough to swallow a large swath of crops in a single pass. At the back, a stubble chipping and spreading system with 6 different modes makes it easy for farmers to reuse byproducts. As it works in the field, it not only harvests, but also restores the soil to the necessary balance to prepare for the next crop. Sitting in the modern cockpit, the operator can monitor the entire operation via the electronic screen, where all data from productivity to fuel consumption are clearly displayed. With the automatic system to optimize performance, the Case IH9240 is like a smart partner, helping farmers control an entire field with just a few light touches. During harvest days, when the afternoon sun casts a golden glow over the fields, the giant 9240 rumbles along, rolling the wheat into its hopper and leaving behind neat, empty fields. It not only saves time and effort, but also instills confidence that technology has been and is accompanying humans on the journey to feed the world. 3. Bourgault 7950 Air Seeder, the giant seeder. If harvesting is the end of a season, sowing is the beginning of it all. In vast fields, sowing each seed seems simple, but consumes a lot of time and effort. However, the birth of Bourgault 7950 Air Seeder has turned that arduous sowing step into a gentle melody of machinery and technology. This giant seeder has 4 main tanks that can hold nearly 950 bushels. With a single load, it can seed a large field without stopping to refuel. It resembles a mobile fortress, with towering tanks, long seed tubes, and a sturdy, massive wheel frame. When in operation, the entire heavy steel mass moves smoothly on giant tires that distribute pressure at just 15 psi, enough to not damage the newly sown soil. The Bourgault 7950 is not only about its size, but also about the intelligence built into every detail. The intelligent monitoring system and LCD screen allow farmers to directly observe the sowing process. The camera mounted along the body of the machine ensures that no patch of soil is duplicated or missed. The sowing distance is even adjusted according to the terrain and the type of seed, creating the perfect balance for each bed. In fact, the Bourgault 7950 is like a giant artist painting a picture of the crop with seeds. With its huge capacity and high precision, it helps to significantly shorten the time to prepare the crop, so that farmers can focus on other important tasks. Each seed placed in the ground is not only the next season's sprout, but also the promise of a prosperous future, a belief that technology is giving wings to the development of agriculture. As the Bourgault 7950 slowly made its way through the fields on a misty morning, the gentle dust that followed it was a testament to the fact that the days of manual seeding were long gone. Instead, the farmer now had a giant companion in his hands, a machine that sowed seeds for the future. 4. Big Roy 8WADE E-Model 1080, the Lone Giant. In 1977, when the agricultural industry was hungry for powerful solutions to manage the vast fields of Australia and North America, a machine with a resounding name was born. Big Roy 8WADE Model 1080. Just a glance, anyone could feel that this was no ordinary tractor. It was like a steel beast, huge, heavy, but with a rare source of power. Big Roy is 30 feet long, over 20 feet wide, and weighs over 26 tons. Its heart is a 19-liter Cummins engine that produces 600 horsepower, enough to pull giant farm tools that conventional tractors would never be able to handle. To control such a giant block of steel, engineers had to equip it with 8 large wheels and a central axle joint, allowing it to maneuver flexibly despite its terrible weight. What really set Big Roy apart was the dust-proof camera system installed at a time when the concept was still very new. Images from the cameras were transmitted to the screen in the cabin, allowing the driver to observe the entire rear and both sides, a feature ahead of its time. Sitting in the Big Roy's cockpit One was not just controlling a tractor, but controlling a mobile fortress rolling across the field. However, Big Roy has a paradox. Its enormous power accidentally creates too much pressure on the ground. The giant wheel tracks left on the fields make the soil compacted, difficult to cultivate, and damage crops. Because of this weakness, Big Roy has never been mass-produced. People only made one, and it became a legend, a lonely giant. Today, Big Roy no longer rolls across vast fields as originally dreamed, but it is still displayed in the museum as a witness to the history of agricultural mechanization. It reminds us that not all power is perfect, and that sometimes greatness must be accompanied by subtlety. Against the evening sky, the image of Big Roy lying quietly in the museum, covered in the dust of time, evokes a feeling of both admiration and regret. It is a testament to the human aspiration to reach its limits, but also a reminder that nature always requires balance. 5. Xerion E900, Modern Harvest Master. When harvest time comes, the endless grain fields stretch out like a golden sea shining under the sun, and to conquer that golden sea, farmers need a giant ship, which is the Xerion 8900 combine harvester. This is not only one of the largest harvesters in the world, but also a machine that converges both power and technological intelligence. The Xerion 8900 can harvest up to 100 tons per hour. But what makes it special is that it consumes less than 1 liter of fuel per ton of grain. The 790 horsepower MAN D42 engine is the heart of the machine, but power alone is not enough. The Xerion 8900 is truly designed to be an intelligent system that knows how to optimize every second of work. Inside the cab, everything is incredibly modern. The operator can control everything via a large touchscreen, from speed, threshing mode to yield monitoring. GPS and laser pilot systems ensure the machine always follows the optimal path, not missing a square meter of land. The threshing system automatically adjusts to each crop to ensure grain is processed efficiently without loss. What makes the Xerion 8900 so popular with farmers is its durability. The belt drive system, instead of a chain, increases longevity and reduces maintenance costs. Meanwhile, the exclusive jet stream cleaner ensures that the grain is cleaned of impurities as soon as it leaves the threshing chamber, ready for storage. From a distance, the Xerion 8900 looks like a giant steel fortress slowly advancing through the fields. Each stream of grain is swallowed whole, fed into the nearly 500 bushel hopper, and it takes less than 2 minutes to empty. At that speed, the machine has virtually no downtime, always working continuously to keep up with the season. On a harvest morning, when the dew was still on the rice ears, the Xerion 8900 started. The sound of the engine mixed with the bird song, signaling a busy but productive workday. For farmers, each time they control the Xerion 8900 is not only about harvesting, but also enjoying the feeling of mastering technology, like sitting in the cockpit of a spaceship conquering the fields. 6. AGCO Challenger MT975B, Giant in the Field. When it comes to giant tractors that have appeared in the history of agriculture, it is impossible to ignore the AGCO Challenger MT975B. In the 2000s, this machine made a strong impression with its huge size and outstanding power. Known as one of the largest mass-produced tractors in the world, measuring over 7 meters long, nearly 5 meters wide, 4 meters high, and weighing up to 30 tons. The MT975B is truly eye-catching. It is powered by a 6-cylinder Caterpillar engine with 570 horsepower, enough to pull the largest agricultural implements in the field. Standing in front of this machine, one feels like facing a mobile steel wall, heavy but flexible in every movement. The MT975B is not only powerful, but also durable and efficient. With a 390-gallon fuel tank, the machine can operate continuously for hours, even days, without refueling. That is a huge advantage on farms with thousands of hectares, where every minute of downtime means a delay in the entire crop season. Sitting in the spacious cockpit, the operator feels like sitting in a modern industrial cockpit. From here, they can control all the machine's operations, from speed, traction, to the smallest details. With a heavy and wide chassis, the MT975B easily grips the road, providing absolute stability even when towing huge equipment behind. However, the size itself is also a challenge. The MT975B is only really suitable for giant farms where farmers can take full advantage of its power and performance. So after a few years, this machine line is gradually discontinued to make way for more compact and flexible designs that are suitable for most customers. Today, the Challenger MT975B still appears on some large fields, continuing to prove its worth as a durable warrior. It is a testament to the human desire to push the limits of creating giant agricultural machines, and also a reminder that not all greatness can last forever. But once it leaves its mark, it will live on in the memories of those who witnessed it. Daman DT 3500H, the one who spreads life on the field. On the journey of planting, after the seeds have lain dormant under the soil and begun to sprout, the farmer's next job is to nourish them with fertilizer. That is when giant fertilizer sprayers step in, and among them, Daman DT 3500H stands out as a powerful general, ready to cover the field with the necessary nutrients for a bountiful harvest. The Daman DT 3500H has a huge tank capacity of up to 300 gallons, enough to cover vast fields without stopping frequently for refueling. On its long arms that stretch like the wings of an iron bird, the spray system can extend up to 42 meters, spreading a fine layer of fertilizer evenly on the ground. The machine can spray more than 200 liters of solution per minute, turning what would otherwise take a whole day into a task completed in a moment. The 285 horsepower Mercedes-Benz OMN 935 six-cylinder engine allows the Daman DT 3500H to move smoothly across the fields. 6 giant wheels, each driven by an independent hydraulic system, help it move flexibly even over rough terrain. From above, the machine looks like a giant steel spider, patiently spreading each stream of nutrients across the fields. Sitting in the modern cabin, the driver is surrounded by comfort: soft air seats, air conditioning system, display screen, and camera monitoring each nozzle. Even when working at night, the lighting system and soft interior lighting bring a sense of safety and comfort. It is no longer the hard work of the past, but a combination of technology and ingenuity to ensure that every drop of fertilizer reaches the right place. Every time the Daman DT 3500H rolls over the fields, it is not just performing a technical task. It is sowing life, nurturing green shoots so that a few months later, the fields will become a brilliant sea of gold. For farmers, it is peace of mind, a guarantee that their efforts will not be in vain. In the sunset light covering the fields, the giant silhouette of Daman DT 3500H appears as a symbol of artificial power serving nature, both solid and soft, carrying the promise of a full and complete harvest. 8. Xerion 780, the refined harvester. In the world of harvesters, where power is often praised, there is one name that stands out not only for its size, but also for the sophistication in every movement. The Xerion 780, dubbed one of the most modern and fuel-efficient machines. It is not simply a harvesting tool, but also a testament to the optimization technology in agriculture. With a 6-cylinder Mercedes-Benz OM Forage 7.3 engine, producing around 570 horsepower, the Xerion 780 can operate on vast fields for hours on end. But what makes it special is not just its power, but its APS hybrid system, a sophisticated combination of threshing and separation. This technology reduces losses, increases efficiency, and maintains grain quality. On vast fields, it can handle hundreds of hectares with incredible stability. The Xerion 780 is also equipped with a series of automated systems. It can automatically adjust the speed of movement according to the terrain, change the height of the cutting head to suit each type of crop, and compensate for the roughness of the ground to always keep the harvest path even. The jet stream cleaning system allows the grain to be screened immediately, ready for storage with high purity. In the cockpit, the operator feels like a captain at the helm of a modern ship. Everything is clearly displayed on the electronic screen, from harvest speed to the 385 bushel bin capacity. When it comes time to discharge grain, the Xerion 780 can eject at a rate of 3.8 bushels per second, enough to ensure the work pace is never interrupted. From a distance, the Xerion 780 moves through the fields like a giant, yet graceful, steel beast. It doesn't simply rush forward, but every step is carefully calculated to achieve the highest efficiency. Every turn, every grain of wheat passing through becomes a testament to the harmonious combination of technology and nature. Farmers, sitting in the warm cockpit of the Xerion 780, do not just feel like they are harvesting a crop. They are witnessing a change of era, where human intelligence is integrated with machines to turn hard work into a comfortable and efficient experience. And that is why the Xerion 780 is considered a reliable companion, bringing confidence for the next harvest. 9. Claas Cougar 1400. The giant lawnmower. Fields aren't always meant for grain or crops. Some years, farmers are forced to let the land rest, allowing lush green grass to cover the fields like a soft blanket of nature. But when the grass grows too fast, controlling it becomes a challenge. That's where the Claas Cougar 1400, the world's largest self-propelled lawnmower, comes in, ready to turn vast fields into neat rows in no time. The Claas Cougar 1400 has a cutting width of up to 14 meters, enough to swallow a wide swath of grass in a single pass. From a distance, it resembles a giant four-legged beast, its sharp blades extending from its sides, moving gracefully across the field. Inside, a 480 horsepower Mercedes-Benz six-cylinder engine gives the machine strong performance, regardless of tall grass or rough ground. At a working speed of 13 miles per hour, it can process up to 22 hectares per hour, a figure that will astound any farmer. The Claas Cougar 1400 is impressive not only for its wide cutting capacity, but also for its flexibility. It has 5 separate cutting units, which can operate independently or in coordination with each other. When not in use, the entire system is folded thanks to a smart hydraulic mechanism, making the giant machine surprisingly compact during transportation. Inside the cabin, the operator no longer has to worry about heavy work. With just a few movements, the entire machine operates smoothly. The comfortable driver's seat, cool air conditioning system, and modern control panel make mowing a pleasant experience rather than a challenge. As the Claas Cougar 1400 rolls through the fields, each patch of grass is crushed under the sharp blades, leaving behind a neat, manicured field. The rumbling sound of the engine blends with the sound of the grass being cut, like a rhythmic industrial soundtrack. The farmer just needs to sit in the cockpit, look out into the distance, and see the whole green sea being tamed bit by bit. The Claas Cougar 1400 is more than just a lawnmower. It is a testament to man's ability to control nature with ingenuity and creativity. It shows that even seemingly simple tasks, like lawn mowing, when magnified on an industrial scale, require giant machines to complete. 10. Case IH Steiger. Quadtrac 620, king of the vast fields. When it comes to absolute power in the world of tractors, people often think of the Case IH Steiger Quadtrac 620. This tractor is not only giant in size, but also a symbol of efficiency, durability, and mechanized power in modern agriculture. With a length of more than 7 meters and a height of 4 meters, the Quadtrac 620 stands out in the field like a mobile steel fortress. The 12.9-liter FPT engine, with 2-stage turbocharger, produces a terrifying power of up to 682 horsepower. Each revolution of the engine is like the roar of a steel beast, signaling that it is ready to conquer any land, no matter how harsh. The Quadtrac 620's distinguishing feature is its unique track system. Instead of just using giant tires, it is equipped with 4 separate tracks, distributing the weight evenly on the ground, minimizing soil compaction while providing superior grip. Thanks to that, the machine can operate on soft, wet, or rough terrain without worrying about getting bogged down. Inside the cabin, the driver feels like he is sitting in a modern control center. All parameters of speed, fuel, and traction are clearly displayed on the electronic screen. The automatic control system can adjust the power according to each type of work, helping to save fuel without reducing efficiency. Comfort is a top priority. Soft seats, air conditioning, spacious space, and panoramic view help the driver work for hours without getting tired. For farmers with thousands of hectares of land, the Quadtrac 620 is a big but worthwhile investment. Every hectare of land it plows or pulls through is completed much faster, more accurately, and more cost-effectively than smaller machines. In fact, on many farms, this machine is considered the backbone of the crop, an indispensable warrior to ensure productivity. As the sun slowly sets, the red sunset covers the fields. The Quadtrac 620 still rolls slowly, leaving behind straight and neat rows of land. Looking at that scene, we can clearly see one truth. Agriculture is not only sweat and effort, but also a combination of cutting-edge technology, and the Case IH Steiger Quadtrac 620 is a living proof of that. 11. John Deere X9 1100, the million-dollar man of the harvest. When it comes to giant combine harvesters, the John Deere X9 1100 is always a name that makes many people admire. With a price tag of up to nearly $1 million, it is not only a harvesting machine, but also a symbol of technology and power in modern agriculture. The John Deere X9 1100 packs a punch with its 13.6-liter, 600-horsepower PowerTech PSS engine. In vast fields, it can process up to 100 tons of grain per hour, a figure that conventional combine harvesters can never achieve. With a 460-bushel bin and a discharge rate of more than 5 bushels per second, it helps farmers shorten harvest time to a minimum, ensuring that crops are always harvested on time. What makes the X9 1100 a dream for many is not only its power, but also its attention to detail. The 15-meter wide harvester head, with its flexible folding draper design, ensures that no grain is left behind. The gentle grain handling system, combined with a state-of-the-art separator and sieve, reduces broken grain to less than 1%, an impressive feat for industrial-scale harvesting. Inside the cockpit, the operator feels like he is sitting in a modern aircraft. Touchscreens clearly display every parameter, from fuel to harvest yield. Soft seats, air conditioning, and noise reduction systems help the driver work comfortably for long hours. Moreover, John Deere has integrated many smart technologies, helping to optimize each step of harvesting and bring maximum efficiency to farmers. In the field, when the John Deere X9 1100 rolls through the golden fields, the powerful sound of the engine blends with the sound of rice pouring into the hopper, creating a majestic harvest song. From afar, the bright red machine stands out among the yellow rice fields, like a giant ship cutting through the vast ocean. For farmers who own it, the John Deere X9 1100 is not just an investment, but a source of pride. It proves that, with advanced technology, agriculture today is not just hard work, but has become a modern industry where the power of machines helps feed millions of people. 12. Vogel baler, the giant grass press. Once the pastures have been mowed, the farmer's next job is to gather and compress them into large bales for storage and use. This seemingly simple task, when put on an industrial scale, requires unimaginable strength and size. That is why the Vogel baler, the world's largest hay baler, was born. An invention that could change the entire way farmers process huge amounts of feed for livestock. The Vogel baler was designed to create unprecedentedly large bales of hay. Instead of the usual compact cylinders or cubes, the machine can squeeze out giant cubes, each nearly 3 meters high, 3 meters wide, and weighing more than 2.5 tons. Just looking at a bale of hay produced by the Vogel baler, one can see the difference. It looks like giant cubes arranged neatly in a field, ready for transportation or long-term storage. The uniqueness of the Vogel baler lies not only in the final product, but also in the creativity of its design. The inventor, after years of struggling with small presses, was determined to create a machine that could quickly process the huge volume of grass after each harvest. And the result was the Vogel baler, a giant, bulky but powerful prototype that could press bales many times larger than the standard. Although still in its prototype stage, the Vogel baler has already taken the farming community by surprise. Engineers continue to improve, looking for ways to make the bales roll more smoothly, to make the machine more stable and durable. But the fact that it can create blocks weighing several tons is enough to prove the future. As farming demands more efficiency and scale, machines like the Vogel baler will play an irreplaceable role. In the late afternoon, as the Vogel baler rumbles through the fields, rolling hay into giant blocks, the image is awe-inspiring. The farmer no longer has to struggle with each bundle, but instead sees the square bales stacked on top of each other like giant green walls. It's the dawn of the age, where innovation and technology merge, taking farming to new heights. 13. Vario VT551T, nutrient carrier. In modern agriculture, nothing is truly wasted. What many consider waste can become a valuable source of life for the land. Manure, liquid manure, or wastewater from livestock, if properly utilized, is a natural source of nutrients for crops. And to make that happen, we need giant machines like the Vario VT551T slurry tanker, a carrier and spreader of nutrients to the soil. The Vario VT551T is like a mobile giant. With a 16-liter 544 horsepower Deutz engine, it has enough power to pull a giant tank behind it. Not just a simple carrier, this machine is also capable of spraying up to 12,000 liters of liquid fertilizer per minute, evenly covering large fields with nutrients. Each path it takes is like drawing new blood vessels for the soil, helping the soil breathe and nurturing the green shoots of the next crop. What makes the Vario VT551T special is its clever design. The engine's center of gravity is located right at the front, which distributes the weight evenly and keeps the giant machine stable. Four-way suspension, full axle steering, and heavy-duty disc brakes ensure that no matter how heavy the load, it will run smoothly. In addition, the giant wheels have low pressure, so they don't overcompress the soil, an important factor in protecting the quality of the field. From a distance, the Vario VT551T looks like a giant iron beast, with a tank as big as a mobile steel block rolling slowly through the fields. From the cockpit, the farmer can control everything with a modern electronic system. A machine that was originally created to process what others considered waste has now become a tool to nourish the land and bring sustainable income to farmers. In the green fields, when the Vario VT551T sprays streams of nutrients onto the ground, the image evokes the feeling of Mother Earth being invigorated. It is not only a technical process, but also a proof that agriculture never wastes. Everything, from grain to liquid fertilizer, can be returned to the cycle to create new life. The Vario MT, with its power and intelligent design, is the embodiment of that philosophy. That nature and technology, when combined, open up an endless cycle of fertility for future crops. 14. New Holland CR 10.90, champion of the harvest. Among modern combine harvesters, New Holland CR 10.90 has always been praised as a true champion. Since its launch in 2014, it has quickly won the title of the most powerful and efficient harvester in the world, bringing agriculture to a new page where productivity is pushed to almost maximum levels. The New Holland CR 10.90 has a huge heart. A 16-liter turbocharged cursor engine with 653 horsepower. This power allows the machine to run all day without refueling, thanks to its 340-gallon fuel tank. With its incredible grain handling capabilities, it can discharge grain through a 30-foot hose at a rate of 4 bushels per second. These numbers are not just dry statistics, but a testament to the outstanding productivity that saves farmers precious time during the short growing season. What makes the CR 10.90 special is not just its capacity, but also its sophistication in grain preservation. The rate of broken grain is only about 0.2%, a feat that many other harvesters admire. With a capacity of up to 410 bushels of grain, the CR 10.90 can operate continuously without frequent stops. And even when it gets dark, the HID and LED lighting system turns night into day, allowing the harvest to continue uninterrupted. Sitting in the modern cockpit, the operator feels like he is entering a high-tech command room. The touchscreen displays everything from speed, productivity, to fuel consumption. The multi-function handle allows them to control every detail with just a light touch. The CR 10.90 is even designed to operate smoothly and economically, helping to reduce operating costs while maintaining maximum efficiency. As the CR 10.90 slowly moves through golden wheat fields, the deep rumble of its engine blends with the sound of grain pouring into its hopper, creating a powerful harvest symphony. From a distance, it looks like a spaceship harvesting life on the planet. A testament to the power of humans to turn nature into a sustainable source of nourishment. The New Holland CR 10.90 is not just a machine, but an affirmation that agriculture today has reached a new level, where technology and efficiency go hand in hand, bringing hope for abundant crops to feed billions of people around the world. 15. Big Bud 16V 747, immortal legend of the fields. In the history of agricultural mechanization, there are names that become icons, and Big Bud 16V 747 is the biggest legend among them. Built in 1977 in Montana, USA, this tractor still holds the record as the world's largest tractor to this day, a record that is yet to be broken. With its enormous size and superior power, it has gone down in history as a testament to man's ambition to conquer nature. The Big Bud 16V 747 has numbers that will make anyone stunned. It is more than 8 meters long, nearly 8 meters wide, and more than 4 meters high, with a massive 48 tons. The wheels are up to 2.5 meters high, and each turn seems to crush the ground underfoot. The heart of this machine is a 16-cylinder Detroit diesel engine, combined with 2 turbochargers and 2 superchargers, creating a maximum power of 100 horsepower, a power far beyond most modern tractors. Designed for California's massive cotton farms, the Big Bud 16V 747 was capable of pulling plows deep into the ground, opening up new beds over thousands of acres. For more than a decade, it served countless cropping seasons, helping farmers significantly shorten planting times and increase yields on fields as large as tens of thousands of acres. But with such immense power came challenges. The cost of operating and maintaining Big Bud was so high that it was abandoned for many years. It was only after it was purchased in the late 1990s that it returned to the field and then rotated between actual workshop and display in an agricultural museum. The image of the giant Big Bud 16V 747 standing tall in the middle of a field or sitting quietly in a museum evokes a sense of awe, both pride and nostalgia. For many, Big Bud is more than just a tractor. It is a symbol of a time when humans aspired to create giant machines that challenged the limits. It reminds us that farming is not just about sweat and calloused hands, but also a blend of intelligence, ambition, and mechanical power. Today, when we look back at Big Bud 16V 747, we see not just a machine, but also a story of ambition, of the boldness of engineers who dared to dream big, and of how technology changed the face of agriculture around the world. Big Bud has become immortal, not only in the fields it once plowed, but also in the memories of all those who love and appreciate the history of agriculture.